Hello, it is Thursday, December 29th, 2011 at 3:12 a.m. Central Standard Time. And here in North Carolina, South Carolina, we have what I call like an energy burst happening. And I haven't checked yet, but I assume that there's probably a wind farm there or something, because that's usually what the case ends up being. And what it appears is happening is that this is Morehead City, North Carolina, and it appears that the Doppler radar here is drawing energy from this, and then you can see a beam going down here, and it's sending it somewhere else, is what it looks like it's doing. I made a couple of videos prior to this one on November 25th called Doppler radar transfers energy from wind farm to form HAARP ring, and then on December 21st, I made one called Wind Turbines Receiving Electromagnetic Energy from Doppler Radar. And I'll put a couple links to those so that you can watch them. And I'm going to show you this in the NextRad sites over here. And we'll go to Morehead City. And you can see it a little better. Let me turn it down. Speed down a little bit. So right now it's in precipitation mode, and then it switches to clear mode. And after it seems to draw this energy, you see this burst here of green, which this reminds me of the Terminator beams too that come through. It's almost like they're drawing energy from the sun and they just kind of can't handle it and overload or something like that. Let me zoom in closer. See it, it's clearly drawing, and then this bursts out, and then you've got a beam that goes down towards Charleston, South Carolina. Let me go back out. See the beam? Let me step through it. Okay, that's, whoops, wrong button. Here we go. So this is at 6:17 UTC. It's drawing, and then nothing. That's at 6:52, 6:58, 7:04. We got a beam going down here towards Charleston. 7:10, 7:15 we get a burst, and they've switched it to clear mode too. And I'm thinking something in the switching of the modes transfers something, or it changes how it's doing something. 7:25, 7:35 we got beams coming out, and this area is staying, and that's down in the low range, but it's just this big burst that comes out. And that continues on through 8:24, then it gets switched into precipitation mode again at 8:42. And the beam's still going down here, and then it's over. This is at 9:11 UTC. And I'll show you, let's see. We'll go look at Charleston too. For some reason, this one isn't doing anything. It's in between the two. Well, we'll look at it also just to make sure, but here's Charleston, South Carolina. And you could just see a brief, right there was a flash. Right there, go back to, that's at 7:16. Let's go look at the other one. I think it's Wilmington. Yes. When I looked at it earlier, it wasn't really doing anything. No. It's just in clear mode, highly agitated. So anyway, the other day I was watching this film called Harp, Angels Still Don't Play This Game. It's Nick Begich talking. He's got a lot of credentials, and you can see them at the beginning of the film, but if you go to the 1 hour, 7 minute mark, well, 7 minutes and 26 seconds, he talks about using HAARP for energy transfer, that taking electrical energy, converting it to radio frequency energy, sending it back, and then turning it back into electrical energy to be used as a power source. And I didn't know that was possible. It just looked like what the Dopplers were doing, but I don't see why the Doppler could not do the same thing, because it's a sender and a receiver also. And you'll have to go play it yourself to hear it, but he also talks about this patent number 5202689, and he's talking in the context of something out in space that's reflecting back the signal, because you've got a receiver here and a radiator there, and so you send it up into space and it gets reflected back. But I don't see why a Doppler would not do the same thing, only, you know, not having to go all the way in outer space. So I just wanted to put that before you, because it really changes things if our Dopplers are able to do that, especially when we've got wind farms all over, and as well as other sources of energy. So I'll keep watching this and seeing if more information comes forth. God bless you. Have a good rest of the night.